Right, it's Saturday the 1st of March, currently 1:10 feels like ages since the last video, but it was only like less than a week ago. But regardless, today is just an arm day. I know that the last video was just a shoulders and arms day, but I did chest and shoulders yesterday, which was pretty good. I'm consistently improving on my bench, which is something I really wanted to improve this year. I really wanted to push for 3 plates this year, and I actually got it about a month ago, something like that. Maybe just a bit more than a month ago, but I've not hit it since. So needs to flow. I think that was just a really good day, but I proved to myself I could do it. Last video I didn't have any overdrive, but today the subscription came through, and yeah, back to the usual business. But like I say, it's an arm day today, so we'll see how we get on. I also got my hair cut on Wednesday. Sorry, I'm just creeping out the way here. Yeah, I got my hair cut on Wednesday, so we're feeling pretty good. Back to usual standards. My barber was off, so I got booked in as soon as he got back, and I'm incredibly lucky that he could fit me in. But he always does a good job. I've been going to him for years now. Oh, so shout out Jimmy. He always does the business. We don't call him the doctor of snips for nothing. And if you know what I mean by that, then, well, you know, you get me, bro.
I want to talk to you about the center, your center, your purpose. One question that I always ask myself, even as I would always ask myself, is your purpose. What's your purpose for living? Do you know your purpose? What you're created to do? Do you know what that is? A lot of people live their entire lives not knowing, entire lifetime not being happy because they feel as though they're not fulfilling their purpose. One time in my life I felt that. What was my purpose? And sometimes you graduate out of high school, you look for that job, you look for that career, college, the degree, you still question, is this my purpose? Going through the motions. Meaning, you go to job, you go to work, you're not happy. You can't have a good time around your friends because your mind is wondering, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Especially for men, because life is very, very challenging for men. They expect us to be leaders. God created a man to be a leader, to be a fighter, to set examples in his home, in his house, for his wife, for his kids, that if you don't know what your true purpose is, or if you're not happy with yourself and your position and where you're at. So let's take money out of this equation. Let's start talking about purpose and how you're going to find your purpose. One piece of advice that I can give to you to find your purpose is to spend time with yourself. Spend time away from distractions, away from people who distract you, who take your time away from you. Now, when you talk about taking time away from you, I'm talking about taking time away from the things that you may enjoy. You may used to write, you don't do it anymore. You may used to sing, you don't do it anymore. You may used to read books and you don't do it anymore. You may, whatever your hobby is, you know, try to get that back into your life. That's one part of your purpose, because you have this gift that you're not exercising, that you used to exercise, and you decided not to do that. That's one way of getting back into the groove of who you are, what you're created to do. The second thing is, the more time you spend alone with yourself, the more time that you will be able to understand who you are. When I mean understand who you are, I'm talking about without any outside interference, without any interference, without any peer pressure of wanting to be like someone else. The more time you spend alone, you're going to figure out, okay, what your purpose is. And I say that because of this. God will talk to you. You start seeking in those moments of not having any outside distractions. What happens is things become clear. Clarity sets in. And you're able to make decisions not based on what you saw that day or what you heard that day or what that person may have said to you. You're able to make decisions based on how you feel internally. And you have to separate yourself from the pack. You have to be willing to spend time with yourself. You have to be willing to start cutting things out of your nutritional program. Eat healthy. You know, get enough rest. Get enough sleep. All of these things come into play of finding your purpose. And it's almost sacrificing. You have to sacrifice.
There's really no one on this whole entire planet that can ever stop you from getting what you want. If you have confidence, determination, and perseverance, there's literally nothing on this planet that can stop you.
Don't let anything, no matter how miraculous that shit is that happens to you, just take you off the path, you know, because if you stick on that path indefinitely, you will eventually reach the destination. Once you learn to love yourself and be yourself, that's when life starts becoming better. And that's when you start achieving the things you want to achieve. Because you're not going to sit there and achieve something and think, oh, well, this person did it way younger than me, all this shit. You're going to achieve it and you're going to love it because you did it. You can't look at the guy next to you and think that shit's not achievable. Shit. On the come up, I would look at the most unattainable fucking disease ever. I still do. I still look at these motherfuckers and I'm like, I can do that shit.
there's a version of yourself in you that is that motherfucker. He's just waiting to come out. Bro's screaming, he's clawing at the gates.
Success be without failure? People are gonna try so fucking hard to bring you down to their level. They're gonna call you so many fucking names. But you know what? These people are too scared to go out and fail. You physically can't be a winner without failing. Whether it's one time or 100,000 times, you can't be a winner without failing.
Give up that war. You know, the war that you have to really fight is the war against yourself. You have to fight the war against yourself. And it is not easy to look in the mirror and to change your own life. It's hard as hell. You have to take responsibility. You have to learn new things. You have to feel uncomfortable. Good, because discomfort is how we grow. That's how we become strong. If you run away from discomfort and resistance your whole life, you will always be weak.
Having a champion mentality isn't about the trophies, medals, or success. It's about having no quit. It's not letting anyone hear you complain. Standing up for all you believe in, living in your truth, and setting the standard that you operate at for everything in your life. It's about willingly choosing to do every single thing within your power to achieve your own result. What I've found is that winning doesn't happen on show day. It happens in the early mornings, painful workouts, long cardio sessions, hungry nights. It happens in those moments of fear we all have when faced with a difficult goal, and more so in the neck of that fear. If you're not improving, you're falling behind now. You've shown the world what you're capable of, and they expect nothing less. Another scary but exciting opportunity.
Done now. Plan of action for the rest of the day is to just go home, slam some good food in. I also got some of the My Protein, I think it's the Origin Way. It's like the Joe Fazer one. I think it's the Joe Fazer one. It's the caramelized biscuit. I tried it in some cream of rice, but I haven't actually tried it by itself, so I think that's what I'm going to do as soon as I get home. Just slam 2 scoops of that. I was watching a reel the other day. I can't remember who it was, but some guy was basically saying like that the worst thing you can do after you finish your workout is to just take a hit of protein straight away, you know, if it's food or a shake or whatever. But that's not something I've always done. I mean, when I first started a few years ago, it was like back when everyone was talking about like the anabolic window and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'd never believed in that. There's so much you can learn from just other people in the fitness community, which has always been like something I've done. I've always tried to take in the knowledge, and you're just holding yourself back really if you're not trying to consume that. I mean, we're all guilty of doom scrolling. Let's be honest. It is a real problem, but it's hard to kind of walk away from. But if you can kind of make the shift in, if you are going to spend time doom scrolling, whether it's on Instagram Reels or TikTok or whatever, just try and consume the right kind of content. When me and Johnny were together last weekend, he was basically saying to me that your diet is a lot more than your nutrition. It's a lot more than like the food that you eat. It's everything you do. It's what you do with your time. Like, if you can look at it that way, then the content you're consuming, you know, if you think of that as being your diet, that's your nutrition, then you want to make sure it's the right stuff. Because, you know, we've all experienced brain rot, but making the change to kind of distance yourself from all that, it can really have a good effect on you. It really can. But, you know, partially it's inescapable. If you implement that slowly, just you get what I'm trying to say. You need to be actively trying to improve. Otherwise, you're just gonna stay like that forever, and that's fine. That's fine for some people, but let's be honest, we're all meant for more. You know, brain rot and doom scrolling and everything like that. They're just terms that we've came to accept because it's what everyone says. You know, and that kind of follows suit with everything. You can very easily fall into the ways of other people by just consuming the same stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to say now, but I think you understand my point. You might not, but you might. And if you do, then, you know, I'm sure you can understand. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to get home now. The time is currently 3 o'clock. So, yeah. Let's go eat. Also, I know I mentioned last week that I was watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm like on to part 4 now, and I love anime, and it's so good. So if you're into anime as well and you want something to watch, then I would definitely recommend it because it's so funny. It really is. Anyway, that's all for now. Time to eat. Peace out.